Here we go again, flood part 2.
There's log.
Yeah.
Another River Wednesday with Tim Holmes here on ABC Southeast. Covering Eden on 106.3 FM, this is ABC Southeast. Hey, speaking of Eden, what's the current temperature in Eden? 14 degrees in Eden. Yesterday I spent much of the day in Tuross, one of our many local communities, wrestling with the week of weather we've had. More like 2 weeks of weather. Yesterday I caught up with John Southern. Now, late last year, John Southern and his family took over the famous Tuross Boatshed, right on the shore of the lake. A few weeks back, Tuross was full of tourists, and indeed there were people pulling up to John's wharf at the boatshed in their boat picking up fish and chips. Not anymore. John knew what he was in for, though, when rain started 2 weeks ago.
Last weekend, actually. Last weekend we were flooded out. Come right up to the back of the workshop. So then we got a few fine days and we cleaned it all up, put all the stock back and everything else. Tuesday we were back into business, so yeah, we worked a few days. We sort of opened lunchtime on the Tuesday. Yeah. And then, this weekend, Sunday we had the heavy downpour again, so we came down here and we could see that it was rising pretty rapidly, so we lifted all the furniture and lifted all of the stock and put everything back how it was the weekend before. And now we're just sitting here waiting for it to go away.
This place has been here for a long time, seen many of these things. When was the last time, do you know?
Yeah, 2007 was the last time. Yeah.
How does this compare to that one?
Well, the one last weekend, the water level came about 2 inches above the 2007 levels. 91 was still higher than this one. We've got the levels marked on the wall, so 91 was about an inch higher than what we had last weekend, but last weekend's was about 2 inches higher than 2007.
Do you know how much stock you've lost? How much this is going to cost you?
Well, we haven't lost any stock, luckily. We lost a computer. Unfortunately, it didn't get wet, but when we moved it, it just didn't want to work when we put it back. It's a bit of a bugger. As stock and things like that, we were prepared, so we moved everything out of the way. Fridges got lifted, compressors got taken out of the drink fridges and all that sort of stuff, so, we're pretty lucky that way. I mean, we can't insure floods anyway because we're on the floodplain. But, other than that, we're, business-wise, we've lost a few days, but, you get that. We knew that when we took over the business, that it could flood. Yeah. And I'm hoping now, with this lake getting cleared out like this is going to be absolutely fantastic for the area and everything else like that. We'll get the business back. Once it clears up and that, people are going to come back. So
I was keen to talk to you about the fishing. No doubt you get these questions every single day, but the fishing's going to be good after this, I hear.
The fishing's going to be fantastic after this. Just last week, towards Thursday and Friday, after the lake had started to slow down again before it picked up again, I went around the front and talked to fishermen around the front, and they were cleaning up on flathead, whiting, salmon, tailor, you name it was around the front feeding it, and that was when it was starting to clear. So, now this will take a little while to settle down again, another week or so after the flood waters stop flowing, the fishing will really fire up. It'll be great, it really will. This just brings a whole new life back to the lake. Same with Coila being open. It'll bring a lot of life back into that lake as well. It's been 8 years closed, so it's good to see them open.
On the downside, looks like you've lost one of your 3 dolphins that have become landmarks around here over summer.
Yes, unfortunately, we found the dolphin out the front floating, and we contacted the Marine Parks Authority, and I was talking to a biologist there, and he wanted us to save the dolphin for them to do an autopsy on. So we went out and we picked it up with the boat and put it on the deck. Yesterday in the heavy rains, we weren't sure that we were going to be able to get it to them so that they could do the autopsy, but they wanted us to cut it free and send it out to the ocean. And I said, no, look, it's be a waste of a life and a waste of an ideal opportunity for them to do it. So we battled the weather and we towed it around the front, and we loaded onto a truck around there, and the biologists have taken it away, and they've assured me that they're going to give me a full report on what happened to it. So, but we're not sure whether it's a resident or not. Until I don't see 3 together for a while. We went out yesterday and checked on the dolphins. There was still 2 in the lake yesterday swimming around, the mother and the baby as far as I know. I spent about an hour out there with them watching them. They seemed fine, but I haven't seen all 3 together. So until we see whether only 2 or whether we see 3 together again, time will tell.
Yeah. When do you think you'll be back to normal?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't know how long it's going to take for the water to go down. I'm hoping that it will reside pretty quickly this week. We've got a big fishing competition on next weekend, and we've had them ringing us up. They're going to ring us again on Thursday. But, I mean, I need my deck to be able to open my shop. Even if I've just got a walkway there, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But until the water goes down out of the shop and onto the deck, I really don't know. And I'm hoping that it's only going to be a few days, but I don't know.
We wish you well. Thanks, John.
Thank you.
John Southern there, the owner of the Tuross Boatshed, right there on the shores of Tuross Lake, wrestling with a week of weather.
It's been a while, hasn't it? It has.
It's 11 o'clock on Tuesday morning. The flood waters are coming up again, well and truly into the shop. High tide's supposed to be at 12, so we'll see how high it actually gets to. All our boats are floating again.